Let's see what we got. Well, besides the white hands, we'll just kind of hide those. Got the separation peak. Well, ready. Okay, guys. We're going to be setting this up a little bit more precise for everybody out there. On Tuesdays, what I'll be doing is I'll be doing a Q&A. And the Q&A on Tuesdays, today being Monday, on Tuesdays will be those question and answers for all those Titan crew members. And so I'll be live. And so if you have questions that weren't answered in the Titan crew, you'll be able to do it here every Tuesday. How badass is that? And so that will just kind of remind you that there's a secondary level to the Titan crew in the level of getting information that's going to best suit you. And that's what the point is. So you got your basic check-ins over in the Titan crew, and that's going to be, monthly. And then you got these every Tuesday just to be question and answers. And what we'll do is if you are in the Titan crew and you're on my lives, we're going to be taking your guys' calls and you asking me questions. We'll be able to talk about that right here. And if you feel comfortable, we'll pull you on here. We'll talk to you, get you set and ready to go. Again, that's for everybody that's got that sweat equity into the Titan crew. Now, it is Monday. And so Mondays is going to be that adventures with Transcend and the adventures of doing blood work, making sure that we are optimal. Love that. Optimal. Such a big word for me. And really understanding the markers for blood work and what they're actually doing for us. So these are some huge things, and that will be every Monday. We'll be able to talk about that. And you guys, as we do this, again, interactive. This is cool for me because of the fact that we get to share this information between you and me and what your markers are doing and what my markers are doing or what Mona's is doing as we do this process. Someone asked, how much do I weigh? I am 287 pounds right now. Ready for set? Booyah. Feeling like that's a little artistic looking today. You always know when you start cutting up because those shape just comes out. So that's really cool. And here's the thing. I am off to set. And so I will be on set. And if you think, I guess it's like if I got a guest posing coming up and, oh, that was it. That was it, Jeffrey. The road to stage. So that'll be a weekly thing too, as we get ready for it. So make that into a list. So as you guys know, I'm getting back on stage. And so Monday is the adventures of TRT. Tuesday is going to be those question and answers for all the Titan crew around the world. And then what we'll do on Wednesdays will be possibly a little loose right now on the dates, but Wednesday or Saturday maybe. I think Saturday would probably be a better thing for this, but we'll figure it out. But that will be the road to stage. And what am I doing to get ready for stage? So we got a couple months out from here, so we're pushing into it. But what made me think of that, and that's why I got to take notes, is because of the fact that we have these things that could help you guys if utilized correctly. If you're doing your blood work, and then you can just talk to me about this. Like we just had one of these members do their blood work with their family doctor, and wow, what a destruction. What a lame response from a family doctor. There's so many markers that were not done on the family doctor that Transcend does. Right. And I was just shocked. I was absolutely shocked. And yes, I'm all sprayed up and stuff for this movie. But that being said, I looked at these numbers and I'm like, holy cow, for a guy, why wouldn't you do the free testosterone or testosterone just because of prostate and colon cancer and stuff? And when the estrogen gets out of whack and your testosterone gets too low, it's just mind blowing to me.
Or what about when you go to the family doctor and you need testosterone replacement, and let's say your testosterone's at 150. Doc, I feel like shit, man. I need testosterone. Cool. Let me get some testosterone. There you go. I brought you the 300.
Yeah, it's a good point.
You're like, oh,
It's a good point, because then the question, and we're going to find that out. The question is, what is optimal for you and your body, and what numbers do you need to get to for your thyroid, your cholesterol, your testosterone?
300 doesn't feel right. The symptoms are still there. I'm still tired. I still don't feel good. But the doctor brought you into range. So
Yeah.
He's not going to give you any more.
Did you guys get that? Because he was just talking about, and we were talking about this, and that's what today's about. It's about TRT blood levels. It's like your family doctor will see that range between 250 and 900 and go, you're 35. 400 is fine.
It's something like, I want to do more than 0.5 tests CBNA, but my doctor won't let me. 47-year-old man. I don't know what his situation is.
Yeah.
But that made me think.
It's a great statement. Great question from you, sir. This is Stan.
Yeah.
And see, so I can't answer that, but Transcend can definitely answer that for you. So make sure to grab this link here and get over there and see them. Because a family doctor, and this is why I'm talking about it, is like a very important friend of mine did his family doctor, and the report came back, and there's absolutely no test on there for his testosterone. And I'm like, well, that's odd. It was just the weirdest thing, just because you guys got to remove the aspect of health and fitness out of there. Just health outside of a gym, just health for a guy. Man, it was mind blowing to me to see that. So be smart about that. You got to do what you got to do for your body and what's healthy. Could 300 level be good for a guy? Sure, if he feels energetic, if he's moving and great, it's the energy thing. Like Mona's testosterone level is at 11, and for a woman, 11 is low. But Mona continues to move. So is 11 bad for her? I don't think so.
It's a symptom thing, not a number thing.
Yeah, somebody, and I love this. Patrick Warbuck said it to me. He went in and got an X-ray of his back, and he met with some doctors, high-end doctors, because Patrick's a pretty famous guy. So he's got that benefit of being with the best doctors. And the doctor said, "Oh, we got to do back surgery. We got to lock these things. We got to fuse them and all that kind of stuff." And then he went to another doctor that was more open, I guess you would say. And he says, you never diagnosed the X-rays. You diagnose the person.
Yeah.
And so the end of the story is he didn't get his back fused, and his back is better now by not fusing it, and by the doctor realizing it's not what they say. It's not the number. It's not how bad your back is how you're dealing with your back and what you can do and what you think is comfortable. And so for Mona, her testosterone is great for what she needs to be at. Treat the patient, not the numbers, not the X-ray and stuff. So for that, just get over there. We got
it seems to be common
with everybody here.
This person here tests at 350, 42-year-old male. My doctor says I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good, but have some issues. So
see, 350 is on the very low end. Depending on what the test number was, that could be right at the border of low, or it could be 100 above. But you're 42. 42, you got so much more life to live, and you want to be active in this life. So again, I would recommend grabbing that link, going over there and doing your blood work, and have Transcend tell you what they think on somebody that actually studies this stuff and focuses on optimal health. Great questions, guys. I'm glad we got this. And I know it's early. It's Monday. We are flying out to this movie And I wanted to take today to really take advantage of talking to you guys. That way, over the next couple of weeks, while I'm out here filming, you getting your blood work done, you're getting set up to go into April on the training plan. And again, we're working on it. I haven't got the date yet on when Total Recall will be finished, but it will be soon. And that will be the next program that we're all going on to. Right now, stay with Titan Challenge 3 or 4. And
Sean, blood work every 3 months over the last 9 months.
okay.
Not once where my testosterone was checked. Not even for my physical. It's common.
Wow. See, I'm glad that you guys are telling me this because Jeff said it's common, and it seems like it is common when it's a family doctor, which is mind-blowing to me. I lost my father because he had low testosterone. That was the start of what happened. And so it's like, wow, that is crazy. I'm curious, and I'm going to ask, we've been doing these interviews with these doctors, and so I'm going to ask these doctors on why they don't normally ask for that. And I'm curious to see if the reason why they don't ask for that because of the fact that that's not something that's so taught in the medical field. Would that be? It's like nutrition.
Yeah.
It's not taught in the medical field like a real nutritionist. So
More testosterone can fix a whole lot of issues that they would rather treat with some pills over time.
I hate to think that that's true. I would hate to think that that's
Hey, man,
true.
It's a fucked up world, though.
Wow, that
No, here, take the Prozac all year. Take the more.
crazy. So me and Doc trained yesterday, and Doc was telling me that the average, because I was just talking about these mutant kids that I see now. There's some really great monster kids. A kid did a 700-pound squat at 181 pounds at the high school powerlifting championship. And I'm just like, that's awesome. And it was pretty, but just 181. And, that's such an impressive number for a 181 at any age. But just imagine him at 16 years old squatting 700 pounds. And no, that's not chemically enhanced. He's just 17. But Doc said that actually we are going backwards. Each generation gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And now what he says is from his research that these next generations are getting smaller and smaller, which is disappointing to me just because I like the possibility of us creating these superhumans and all of our kids being even bigger than we are. To me, that's kind of cool. So to see it go the other way, and one of the causes is people have less testosterone levels, lower testosterone levels as younger and younger adults. So crazy to think. What is this guy? I can't go for it.
I'm 41. My blood work showed 300 T levels. My doc and urologist wouldn't put me on TRT. I went to a men's health clinic and they want to see me at 600 levels. I'm on week 4 of TRT. Yeah. Get it done. Awesome.
And see, what I love is he's at 600. That's double. Now I know that in the fitness world, they'd probably go, "Oh, 600. That's great to me. 600 is a great number, man." And it's so
wouldn't even do that.
Yeah, will you do me a favor, Joe? Will you let us know the difference in your energy, your mind, and how you just feel? I'd just love to hear how you feel now compared to 300. I'd love to hear what that difference is. Hey, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Have a great day today.
Yeah, this person that wouldn't get the testosterone checked from the family doctor. My family doctor wouldn't do it unless I pressed him on multiple occasions. It's like, come on, you already got to go to the doctor. Now you got to force the doctor to do something. It's like, dude,
There has to be something, and I'm so curious on why that would be.
yeah, like,
What would be the reason not to test something so simple as that?
it's a cheap test.
But it just governs so much.
Yeah.
The more research I do on this and the more stuff I see, it's all interlaced. It really is. And I'm not just not testosterone, all of it. Your cholesterol, your TSH, your thyroid, your IGF, all those things are so interlaced to work together. It's an amazing thing. It reminds me of like when you see like the music stuff and they kind of go up and down when you're watching a symphony and the music and the pianos and all these things are going. But to me, the blood work is it's all got to be even and working together instead of the testosterone up here and your estrogen down here and your thyroid over here and your cholesterol out of whack. I just kind of think of it nice balance and it's just moving together. And it all has to work together. And so with my blood work coming back now and me seeing this next stage of the markers, and I am so curious to continue to see if I can't manipulate those markers to make them the most perfect markers for me possible.
What kind of things do you do that help manipulate markers?
So I did a lot of stuff this time when it came just to basic nutritional vitamins,
Just some basic supplements.
supplements.
You've seen a lot of changes.
And I really did. And something else we did was I played with some healthy fats, and to see for me, this is me, to see me put in a lot more fats into my diet and to see my cholesterol drop.
Mhm.
I was like, just like Dr. Richards explained to me, and also Jordan Rubin explained to me, is like, for me, I have to put these fats in there or my body's going to produce something without them. And so now that I'm feeding those good fats to the body utilizes it and lowers my cholesterol. That's a wild thing to see. It really is, because common sense would say, well, if you take in fats and bad fats or good fats, whichever you want to say, you're going to get higher cholesterol. If you eat more red meat, more eggs, your cholesterol is going to go up. And mine dropped. And mine dropped 25 points. I'm like, that's significant.
So it's important that you do blood work in addition to, monitoring your sleeping patterns, your nutrition, and you can change a lot of things. Like this guy we were talking to earlier, as a follow-up regarding to the doctor, not once, and also is concerning is the lack of conversation regarding getting off the meds. So there's no conversation like, hey, you can do this, and eventually we can get those numbers down, and then you're off. It's just, hey, staying in the wheel.
Wow, that's
You just did a couple things to your diet, changed the numbers. Beautiful.
I did talk to the Trend Twins this weekend, and I am going to have them collab with me. We're going to do a collaboration when I get back from this movie. They're fun, man. They're having fun. They enjoy this. They get it, man. Anybody out there that's having fun doing this and enjoying doing this, I can see that those guys are having fun and they're doing it. So big shout out to the twins. I'm not sure about this one. Go for it.
Have you ever looked into carnivore boosting test? I'm thinking.
Are you saying the carnivore diet?
I think that's what that means. Have you ever looked into the carnivore diet?
I would never do that, because for me, this is what you're saying. You're saying that the nutrition and removing carbohydrates to a large amount is going to help boost up your testosterone. See, now that for me, that doesn't make sense because.
Stop there, though.
Okay.
A lot of people say, hey, only eat red meat and now your testosterone's increased. Conversation stops there. Wow.
Yeah.
Increase my test. Awesome. I'm in. The other side of that isn't presented, and that's the fault. It's not presented.
So and Jeff's absolutely on point there. So the conversation there is for you guys, like we were just talking, the guy's testosterone earlier is up to 600 from 300. Now, see, I'm great with 600. I think that's awesome. He doesn't need to be at 900, you know, and so what you're saying is, hey, boost your testosterone. I need the whole platform set. I don't need my testosterone at 1500 or 1000. I don't need that. I need it at a good range of like 600, 500, but I also have to have my carbohydrates so I can work out and build muscle. So that's the difference. The difference is you're not finishing that conversation. Sure, testosterone goes through the roof, but now you removed carbohydrates. So now I'm just going to end my career earlier because I can't sustain that. Great question, though. But yeah, you just got to finish those discussions. I saw this video and I was going to send it over to Jeff because he's the one that put it together. And I want to put this up for you guys. And it was me talking about, as a kid, understanding Bruce Lee's principles of Jeet Kune Do and understanding he was taking things, right, from other martial arts. And then he placed it together for his style. And he removed what didn't work and he kept what worked. And I realized at that young age that if I could focus on something different and something that will allow me to lift forever, bone density and connective tissue, I get those really freaking crazy strong, then on a side effect, I will build muscle and burn fat. And so I focused on something that so few did. Everybody else around me at that time only focused on building muscle, So their careers were short-lived because they focused on the one aspect and didn't realize that at some point, the other two things are more important. And so for me, a moderate testosterone level with carbohydrates in my diet is better than a fucking full-blown testosterone level and no carbs. So hopefully that makes sense to you guys. Both aspects of it, my training and the way you should do the nutrition.
So cool, you bumped your test by 100 points eating red meat, but now you don't have the energy to bench over 225.
And that being said, he just said bumped my testosterone. I bumped my testosterone 200 points with just my test booster. And so that was pretty cool to see the study of me testing it for 3 months and then me testing it again for 3 months without and then with, and my numbers jumped 200 with vitamins, which is great. And that's what we keep telling you guys, those basic vitamins, vitamin C, vitamin D, DHEA, basic stuff helps you.
Does diet affect your TRT levels? I'm on a cutting phase right now, and I'm curious if I should be supplementing with TRT.
Yes, it does. Yeah, when you're in a deficit, you're in a deficit. So get the blood work done. And the cool thing for me now is that this is a new goal for me. And it's kind of cool I've always been a note guy and taking notes down in photos and measurements, how much am I weighing? How big are the arms and stuff? And taking those notes going, hey, did this program work for me? Did this program work for me better? Which? And so the blood work's kind of cool too, because I'm testing the nutrition. And right now I'm slicing and dicing, getting ready for stage. And so I get to watch my numbers as I'm dieting. And so how sliced and ripped can I do while still staying on a good markers on my blood levels? All right, let's finish up a couple more, guys. But today, again, letting you all know that we have a playlist on the YouTube. And the playlist is all the discussions for these adventures of TRT will be on there. So you guys can hit the playlist and you can watch the first steps to the second and so on. Oh, here's somebody. It's not time for a new doctor. Your family doctor is fine. Your family doctor is fine for what he's supposed to do. But if you're going to talk nutrition, it's not with your family doctor. If you're going to talk about getting off medication, again, probably not with your doctor. That's a different conversation with a different person. And then with TRT, that's a conversation with somebody that specializes in that.
That's the key. I think about the family, your generalist. Hey, what do you think about this? But there are some things that you have to outsource to a specialist. You know, and the specialist is somebody that dedicates their entire career and life to that one small field, the 1% that they know 100% about, and they can really help you.
Yeah, because you guys got to remember that this whole process with TRT and optimizing your body is very new
It is.
to the world of medicine. So this is very new. So go to a specialist that works with that aspect of it. That's my recommendation.
And I feel like from what I've been reading from a lot of the comments too, there's a lot of states that don't offer these types of services, like a lot of like Midwestern states, or they just don't have this stuff readily available. And Transcend is on your computer, which is awesome.
Yeah. So yeah, no matter if you're in a state that doesn't allow that. And again, here's the biggest part. The biggest part doesn't mean you have to go down that road. If that's something you don't want to do, don't do it. But have the discussion, I think, on anybody and everybody here, and that's especially as women as well. Have the discussion. That's why we had Mona in there first and foremost, is because she's closing in on that 50 range, and I need to make sure that my baby mama is healthy. And so we noticed with Mona thyroid that we have to make sure her nutrition is in a certain way. And then diabetes runs in her family. And so we had to make sure that everything is going good for her in that sense. So there's other things you find out besides just the basic T. And again, I fully understand by you guys looking at me and seeing these bad boys that you think one thing, but it's the full package in the sense of taking care of your entire body the very best you can is what's allowed me to do this. Because remember, I've been doing this, holy sheesh, 1983 on stage. So, it's exactly 40 years. So how cool would that be for you guys to do what I did, but even better than what I did? And so for you guys in 40 years, you youngsters too, especially, to even get better. So that's what this is about. All right, Jeffrey, what do you got for me?
Yeah, we got a bunch. This guy right here, 54, battled anxiety, depression, not sleeping well.
Wow.
And since he pushed his doctor he's been having the best months in years.
See, congratulations, man. Tommy, good job. Fitzpatrick, Tommy. He's another good Irishman. Or would that be Scottish? Fitzpatrick, that's Irish. Congratulations. Way to do it. Way to push your doctor and stuff. My recommendation is for anybody and everybody to get over to Transcend and talk to them. Get in there and see what their recommendations are as well. And because we're really jumping into these peptides, because again, the connective tissue, the brain focus, the burning of the fat, all those stuff. 54. Good job, my man. Here's a good one.
Hi, Mike. Is it a good idea to inject vitamin group B?
So I see a lot of people B12 shots. I see a lot of people, and I have a lot of clients that do it twice a week. I have never done a B12 shot. I do take vitamin B12, but I've never done the shot. But I will. I'll give my opinion in a bit. But everybody that I work with that does it, they absolutely love it. I have a buddy of mine, Nick, that does this lunch break. He goes to a place. He gets into a hyperbaric chamber, and he also does an IV of vitamins. And this kid's a savage, and he just really loves this stuff. And again, That's probably out of my price point. But if I find a place like that, I'll make that price point work for me, because that seems like it is just a regeneration of youth. So try it out. Everybody's different. Oh, here we go. Go.
What do you think the amount of fitness influencers feeling forced to do PEDs? Do you feel fitness influencer industry is going to the wrong direction?
That is incorrect. There is not one person out there that's being forced to do this. I know it seems like that to the individual watching this, but it is absolutely zero forcing. You get to compete any way you want. Where the play comes into where you're saying forcing is the individual that is so tunnel vision that he thinks that winning a trophy is going to set him up in a different life. So you can't argue the point that your own blindness or ignorance on what you think the other side is like the other side of the street. I say the other side is always greener grass. There's nobody being forced. Nobody. Yeah. That's just the word. What do you think of that? Do you think they're getting forced to do it?
Nobody's getting forced.
Nobody.
Nobody's getting forced. And if somebody feels like, hey, there's pressure around me, I'm a fitness influencer, I need to get bigger, I need to get more shredded, I need to make more content, I just see the wrong.
Yeah, I know what you're thinking. But that's not even the truth. There's nobody saying, "Hey, you got to go afford this stuff. You got to take this stuff, and that's what you got." There's nobody doing that. That's just individuals going, "I want to look like this. I want to be like that. I want to win a show." It's like saying the world is forcing people to drink alcohol.
Yeah,
it's not. There's nobody doing the force.
You have control of everything.
There's all types of shows, and I just did an interview with a league that I've been involved with for over 30 years that, again, they drug test extremely hard. And so if that's something you don't want to do as an individual, you don't have to do it. And you don't have to get on stage. So, yeah.
Do you feel fitness influencer industry is going to the wrong direction?
Do I think it's going in the wrong direction? I don't think so. The only thing that's going in the wrong direction is information, I think.
That's true.
I think the information is going the wrong direction. I don't think the individuals do you have 5 minutes?
Yeah, I do have only 5 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, I think the information, I think there's just way too many people that have a platform that they get to talk about proper training and stuff. That's the downside of it.
What are you guys talking about? Proper training.
Oh, he said that.
What is proper training? Uh-oh. I'm already breaking
stuff. Breaking stuff. All right. Can I see those pipes?
What pipes? What pipes?
That might be the cover right there.
Good.
Well, come on, what you
why-
got?
why am I
What the?
I'm more shredded.
Wow.
Yeah, keep dieting and doing your cardio.
I had to block that thing.
Oh my God. That's funny.
Okay. Ask questions, girls, guys, for Mona as well, because we already got her blood work back and we already went over with the doctor and the professional about
do for women.
Everything. Wow. Great question. Because I just did my blood work. I talked to the physician. I got an email from them with all the peptides and what my body needs. And you get to choose what you really want to do for your body to stay healthy. And I'm so excited to start. But for me, my hormones, obviously, because I'm approaching 50, are all over the place. So every woman knows once you pass that 35-year-old, your hormones are out of place. And my T level was really low. It still is.
We talked about that.
Yeah, it's at 11 right now. And the sleep,
IGF
the
is low.
the brain, the memory not being there, and all this stuff that's affecting me, and I'm struggling with to go through the day. I have a lot going on, work, house, baby, and so forth. So it's hard to remember things. It's hard to stay on top of the game. Like I'm struggling to do that. So I feel like Transcend. Once I'm gonna start doing my vitamins with them and my peptides and everything that I need to do, and I'll talk to you guys about that on another live, what I'm about to start doing. But everything that I'm gonna do, it's gonna bring me to another level. I am so excited.
Yeah, I was talking about that. Thyroid was something we discovered when we did the blood work. Diabetes that runs in the family, making
Yeah.
sure that she's safe there.
I'm pre-diabetic, and I
Right.
work out and I diet and I do everything that I'm supposed to do. But if I wasn't, I would have diabetes. So because my family history, uh, huge diabetes in my family. So we trying to keep that somehow.
We're keeping you safe.
Yeah.
We're keeping you safe, which can
Yeah.
happen. Which that's the goal. So I'm glad you asked that, because there's so many things that she's doing, and make sure as a female, you go back and watch the other videos, and we'll have this up this week. That the playlist is there for you guys, so you can see all her statements and also her blood work as well, and see what we're doing to make sure that she is good and going forward. Here's the big thing for all of you that aren't our range of age. Congratulations, you guys got to be tenfold better than us. And then for everybody that is our age, we're getting better. That means you can get better. So that's just something I think for all of you to know, women, men. Again,
I just wish.
I wish it was around.
Yeah, like 10 years ago, I wish I had Transcend in my life. It would have been so much easier, even with conceiving and having baby time, because we did IGF. And
I wish
all that,
peptides were around
yeah,
30, 40 years ago.
Oh gosh, I just wish. But whatever, we're going to start doing everything that we're supposed to do now. So moving forward, we get our bodies healthier, and so we could sleep better, train better, Stem cell therapy, yeah.
Yeah, PRP and stem cell. Incredible. We'll talk about that on another time. But yeah, I've done PRP a couple times, and I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. If you can get up to a place that's legit and great, I recommend it. And it also do it preventative though. For everybody here, I know you might have bad knees, shoulders, back, whatever it is, but if you don't, I would also recommend looking into it, going preventative. Hey, I seem to maybe have or getting bad knees. My lower back seems to be giving me a little jump in before it gets too bad. All right, we're going to finish it there. Is there anything else, Jeffrey, we can hit here?
Love the peptide. Turning 51 in a few days and feel better than ever. Recovery. It's awesome. I love that you guys are going to crack the reason why doctors are not looking into simple things like nutrition.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Seeing if there's any female ones as well.
Yeah.
So somebody here says that Mona looks fuller than me.
Because
This
I eat
guy.
carbs. I eat more than Mike right now. Mike has to look. He's flat right now. He's getting ready for this movie, and yeah. But once Mike is going to start eating his carbs, woo-wee.
At what point should a bodybuilder consider? Just for everybody that's locked in mentally on this, that you're a bodybuilder and you think you need to do this, that would be 100% the wrong approach. And so I'm confused. You don't need to do something for a sport. You don't need to do something. And again, I'm going to say it just so you can build muscle. You can build muscle on nutrition. You can build muscle being consistent. So for you to say this, I just really want you to be clear on this. You're saying you're going to do PRP. Am I reading this right, Jeffrey? Because you're a bodybuilder,
PEDs.
right?
Yeah.
Steroids.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Yeah, you
Sorry,
did say
I
PRP.
said it. I'm sorry, guys, but no, there shouldn't be. I'd rather you state this question on at what test level should you do, and then that's a discussion between you and your doctor and how you feel. But anybody in here that's going to do this just to bodybuild, I don't recommend it. You're going to look good for a moment. It's really dumb to chase a trophy by doing that. You don't get to keep it to that level. If you're trying to chase a trophy, it's like chase the health. You'll get the body. You guys will get the body. If that's not been explained to you from me in my career in time, you'll get the body in time. Don't rush the other stuff. And just check to see what your body needs for you. And then your discussion with the doctor can go further if that's what you decide to do. But my recommendation is be healthy, get it to a great range to where you're living life to the fullest.
It's all individual. That's why I like this question here. As a 20-year-old, should I even be worried about test levels and blood pressure? I'm overall a healthy person and doing sports my whole life, but I want to know if no matter the age, should you check your...
Yeah.
For everybody, age,
Yeah.
yes, even at 20, I have a 18-year-old with permission from his family, and his family's with him. He has very low testosterone at 18. Now, stress and life and whatever reason, his body has shut down his body. And so he is working with a doctor. 24-year-olds, we just had another 26-year-old, and their testosterone level is shot. So again, age is not the thing, it's the individual.
I
really
also
is.
saw a question, what your thoughts are on inflammation. And
Well,
I
before
think-
that, just at any age, guys, get your blood work done. Blood pressure is huge. Blood pressure is huge. And we're going to go into this because some people I sent over to Transcend declined them. They declined
And we
them
have to
because,
talk about that.
yeah, they declined them because of the blood pressure.
did you know that, Jeff? That a couple of people
They should.
they messaged us. They said, hey, they declined us, Transcend. We can't, they're not going to work with us.
Because your blood pressure is too high?
Yeah. So that alone is a good thing.
Yeah.
That they were told, hey, can you imagine the kids?
Yeah.
Imagine the guys going to the gym that don't even realize they got high blood pressure and they're
Oh, you want to get bigger,
26.
kid?
You want to get big? Let's go. Let's get jacked.
30 to get a heart attack. But I'm like, yeah, you have to check. You have to make sure that the insides are good.
They
The
didn't-
insides
they
work.
didn't pass,
And-
prerequisite.
Yeah.
They weren't healthy
I've
enough.
been, somebody was asking about inflammation, what your thoughts are on that.
Inflammation is good. You need it after your workouts. And I'm not one of those guys that believes that you should get rid of the inflammation instantly. It's like I worked out, now I'm going to jump in the cold bath and all that. I let my body naturally do what it needs to do.
Yeah. Oh, thanks,
For me.
James. Yeah, a lot of women, he's saying that, thanks for sharing that. Yeah, a lot of women, when they get pregnant, they think that they got to diet, they got to train. And we put a whole, we have a whole thing on YouTube that you guys, for women my age, that they could actually see what I did.
That's another one.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you guys, we decided to have Titan obviously fairly late. So at 42 when I got pregnant with Titan, everybody that I knew in my family, they were like, oh, you could just stop working out. You older, you need to have so forth. You got to do things different rather than you're not 20, like young people are doing things differently than you. And no, once you get pregnant, for all the women out there, you are an incubator. And we talk about this. You got to eat. You could still train. You got to pull back on training. I did no cardio. I see a lot of women, the first thing they go to is eat less and do more cardio because they're like, oh, I'm going to gain so much weight now with the baby. And to me, that's selfish. And look at Titan now. Everybody's like, hey, what did you guys do with this kid? You know, he looks like he's 7, 8-year-old.
We started a year
Yeah.
before.
Yeah,
Before you
and
even had him, we got your body ready
He's
to
super
do this.
healthy. And I just actually, Titan is in Ohio with my sister right now for a few days because we're going to go film this movie. But my nephew looked at
I want
Titan.
to talk about this after.
Yeah, and my nephew said, "Oh my God, look at his forearms. What are you doing with this kid?" you know. So,
I'm going to do this one first and then
Go.
back to that.
Mhm.
For Mona having low energy, best suggestion for a woman. Go.
So this is the reason why I had to do my blood work and go to Transcend, because they will help me to increase my energy levels. But trust me, I started taking vitamins, okay? Just vitamins that I wasn't taking. And I'm talking about selenium, K2, vitamin D, that
Chromium.
zinc,
B12,
B12.
C.
I mean, all the basic vitamins, and my energy is better. I feel like I'm performing better even in the
Did the thing
workouts.
die?
Yeah, camera.
Yeah.